Hi everyone. In this video we're going to get a quick introduction to movable do solfege. So what is solfege? I think the vast majority of you hopefully are at least aware of solfege. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But some of you may know solfege in terms of fixed do solfege. And we are going to use movable do solfege. And I'm going to make the extra special request that if you know fixed do solfege, that you take the time to get comfortable with movable do solfege, and that is the point of your very first assignment. So let's go over what it is. So first of all, solfege itself is a system for naming the pitches of the scale, and movable do solfege is particularly tied to each specific scale. So in movable do solfege, each solfege syllable is tied to a particular scale degree instead of an actual frequency note in music. So in C major, C is do. In F major, F is do. In B major, B is do. Okay, so it's the first scale degree is always do. The second scale degree is always re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And this is in major. We're going to get a slight variation in minor. So why are we using movable do solfege? This is because the conversation that we're going to be having in this class is centered around function, and that each chord serves a specific function, and that each pitch within the scale serves a specific function. And it's a lot easier to use solfege instead of scale degrees or pitch letter names. Okay, and or fixed do. So, and we'll see this when we get to talking about major versus minor. That will become apparent right away. But especially in terms of harmonic dictation, these different solfege syllables will be linked to different chords, and they will also have specific functions in melodic dictation. So do, for example, is where we rest. T always has to resolve. Sol is like a secondary rest, but it also pulls to do. And fa and re tend to really feel like they're predominance. Okay, so there's that. And then we're also going to use it because it does help with accurate dictation taking and with our discussion, as I mentioned. So let's take a look at this. As I mentioned, whatever key you're in, the solfege is going to change, or the solfege is going to be centered around the scale degree. So this is in D major, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. In E flat major, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, how we do this. So if you want to apply it to a melody, your first step is going to be to identify do, and this is going to be similar to our lesson for sight singing when we get there. You can actually just look through the whole melody and find all of the do's or the E flats. So do, 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 and do. Okay. So then what you can do is you can think through the scale. So E flat is do, F is re, G is mi. Let's just go through, and actually you can, if you have the sort of ladder, the solfege ladder in mind, you can go back and forth as you go through this melody. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, la, sol, la, ti, do, do, sol, mi, do. And you'll notice that, for example, this B flat, every time I came to it, I said sol. That's because once you have sol, it's always going to be B flat. So B flat is always sol. Sol, sol, sol. C is always la in E flat. La, la, la. Okay, so then if we look at the answer here, it's just what I talked through. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. If I can sing through it. I'm not going to sing through it, but do, re, mi. That's a typo. re, mi, fa, sol, la, sol, la, ti, do, sol, mi, do. There you are. Okay, so that's the basic structure for a melody or identifying any pitches in a key. For minor, if you think about the relationship between parallel major and minor, right? We have the same starting pitch, and then there's some notes that are different. So B major versus B minor. The key signature for B major is B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, which is already sharp in the key, and then G sharp and A sharp. Okay, so F, C, G, D, A. In B minor, 3 of those sharps go away. D is no longer sharp, G is no longer sharp, and A is no longer sharp. So those are actually lowered a half step. So we changed the solfege syllables. And this is where it gets really helpful to have that movable do solfege, because do, re, mi is different from do, re, me. So we're distinguishing that sound by using a different solfege syllable. So the natural minor scale is going to be do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. And then when we get into the different versions of the minor scale, we are kind of going back and forth between the major and the minor, right? In the harmonic minor, the 7th scale degree goes back up to where it was in the major scale, so it goes back to being T. Okay, so we have do, re, play this in G minor, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and then melodic minor, we raise 6 and 7 on the way up, so la and ti. They go back, if you think about the F sharp major scale, we have in F sharp major, we have D sharp and C and E sharp. And on the way down, they go back down to where they were in the natural minor scale. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, te, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now, obviously, when you're in a melody, a composer doesn't go, oh, I'm using the melodic minor here and I'm using the harmonic minor there. They're just, if there's a raised 6th scale degree, you use la. If it's natural or as it is in the given key, then you're going to use lay. Same with T versus te. Okay, so let's give this a go. So here we have a melody in C minor. You have it on your worksheet also. So go through this melody, think through the C minor scale, and try to, you could speak through the solfege or you could sketch it in on the worksheet if you want. So pause the video and give that a try. Okay, good. So how did you do? So here we have the C minor scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do, or la, ti, do, depending on which syllables you're using. So the melody, do, sol, do, re, mi, re, do, sol, sol, la, sol, fa, sol, mi, fa, mi, re, do, ti, do, do. Okay, that's your basic short summary of movable do solfege. We'll get into it a little bit more in the harmonic dictation video, which you should do the solfege assignment and then come back and watch that harmonic dictation video. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Bye.